Hey, welcome back to the channel. In front of you, a bunch of knives. These are my favorite Schrade knives from my collection. My Schrade collection is one of my largest collections. They're easy to collect. They're fun to collect. They're available and very, very interesting. Like case, Schrade has been around for a long time, since 1904, and just a lot of really cool examples of knives. And so these aren't the best knives, they're just my favorite. And I'll let you know why they're my favorite as we look through some of these really cool knives. I hope to see you in the video. All right, welcome back to the Fortified Castle. Hi to all my viewers. Today we're going to just have some fun. This, I hope, is going to go pretty quick, even though I have a few knives here. So I'm just going to pick them up, tell you why they're my favorite, and move on to the next one. So it's not a knife review. It's just going to be looking at some really cool knives. All right, so the first one is this Schrade right here. You might be thinking, oh, that's a Schrade Trapper, but it's not. It's 3 3/4. So Schrade indeed does have a Trapper that looks exactly like this, but you'll notice on this one, instead of a spade blade, you have a pen blade. So this is just a slim jack pattern, and the Schrade pattern is a 293. This is a 294, and the 294 was just a regular jack pattern. You see it right there, 294. Come on, 294. And this is one of my favorites because it's very scarce to find these 294s. You find the 293s all the time. At 3 3/4, that was the size of a light trapper. Mini trappers are 3.5 to 3 5/8 inches. The light trapper was 3 3/4, and then the standard trapper was 4 1/8. So just beautiful bone there. That's the second reason it's one of my favorite knives. Just a great example. This is a Schrade Walden knife right there. Next is this, I think this is an 821. It's a Whittler case, or I'm sorry, Schrade only made 3 Whittlers. I have 2 of the models. I'm still looking for the other one. But what I like about this is this is a prop wood, it's a Schrade Walden, and just a really nicely made knife. Good smooth action, nice saber clip blade on here, and just a beautiful Whittler by Schrade. Very attractive, and that's what it was meant to be. Let me see, 821. I was right. All right. Next up, this little guy right here is just a equal end tip bolster penknife, but I like this pearl, and there's nothing special about it. I just like these old cracked ice pearl celluloid knives that they used to use. And let me see this is a 758 right there, in great shape. Listen to the action on this. Very smooth function on this knife. Another Schrade Walden, which those ran from 1947 to 1973. This is actually a Schrade Cutlery Company knife. In great shape. Again, look at that bone on this thing. You have a really cool banner pinned shield there. Look at that. And what's unusual is this is kind of like a utility knife, right? So it's a half utility knife instead of the normal leather punch. You have the corkscrew on the back, and that That is unusual for an American knife to have a corkscrew on the back. It wasn't popular in America. And so this is a really cool example. Pretty good blade geometry. A little bit of the tip is missing off of this one, not much. But that's that one. This is another Schrade knife. It's 8 something, I think. Can't remember this. Come on. Let me see if I can find it. 974. So it's a Congress knife. These another pattern that's really scarce with case, or I'm sorry, Schrade. And this is an older one right here, but just a really cool example. This is 896, I think, is a pattern. It's a really cool serpentine Stockman pattern, and this is imitation horn actually here. A lot of times we call this butter and molasses, but it just looks awesome, orange, and fantastic California clip blade here. Schrade used to call this Western style blade. That's what they call that. And there's your 896K. Stands for K horn. Is what that K stands for. And these, you can still find them pretty good. They're very popular though, and they go quick. Here's its smaller brother, which I didn't include in the video, but here's a really unusual knife. This is a baby Barlow. Very few baby Barlows that you can go back and pick out in vintage. And this is a rare knife, a rare find. You don't see these. And it's a 212B, standing for baby Barlow. And just a really cool knife. I wonder if I got a regular size Barlow here. I don't. But give you an idea how small it is. This is a penknife, and look how it compares to that penknife. So that's really cool part of the collection. Let's look at this. So I just like this design here, and they called this design, geez, I'll have to look it up, but the name is the name of a fish that was multicolored, and that's what they called this type of scale material on here. My camera is going bonkers. Really nice again. Pattern, let's see the number. It's a 760 pattern. Very similar to the other one right there. This is, I think, an 825. This is a smaller medium Stockman. Just beautiful. Look at that. This is Delrin, and just beautiful. Why is my beautiful jigging in this Delrin right here. Really sweet little knife, again with the Western style blade. And let's see, it's at 825. I was right. This is another one of my favorites. It just looks old, doesn't it? Because it is. This is a Schrade Cutlery Company knife, and you see that right there, Schrade Cutlery Company. Just a great equal end jack, 3 3/4 inches. Really nice knife. Good action in this knife. These knives were well made, and the Schrade cutlery knives, you know, they can, you see every blade is etched, and, you know, they can compete with case knives all day long. Just really good quality knives. Here's another one. I think this is a 526. So this is a cattle knife, the only one that Schrade Walden ever made. Look at that beautiful red hue on that bone. Very, very worn. Really cool. Otherwise, this knife is in really good shape. And let's see if I'm right on the number. 856, 856 on that. Really good action on this well-made knife. This is just a little peanut, but look at the bone on that. Man, come on. Why is this giving me a hard time? Cannot figure that out. It just doesn't want to. Look at the coloring on that. Isn't that beautiful? I don't know whether the pattern number's on here or not, and I don't remember. No. I know the pattern number on this. I just can't remember right now. Awesome, isn't that? This is a Schrade IXL. These were made in England by Westingham. Just beautiful jigging on that. Why? Oh, hold on a minute. Okay, let's try this. I think my camera was picking up my sleeves. No, it's still doing it. Anyhow, this is a coffin corner. You don't see too many patterns like that, and this is a large one. Usually they're smaller, but just a fantastic. These are fantastic knives. Schrade IXL. Pretty cool, pretty cool. This is an 804. It's another Whittler pattern, but Schrade didn't call this a Whittler pattern. They made this pattern like 24 years before they discontinued it. It was very popular, and they called it a mechanic's knife. 804. Again, just really nicely jigged Delrin, and it's big, and that's one of the cool things about this. You didn't see too many big Whittlers. Coping blade, and then you get another clip blade on there. So let me show you that. This is the other one in comparison to it. I mean, this was a honker of a knife here. This is really robust. Look at that. So yeah, I just like it because it's big. I cannot lie. Another IXL. This is the Canoe and Genuine Stag. Why is that thing? I do not understand. So I'm not. All right, I'm trying this again. So that's just a beautiful stag. And again, this one's a little worn, but you can still see it there. See that? Schrade IXL. A little worn on that. Really nice. Look at that. Beautiful coloration. Again, this is a Schrade IXL made by Westingham, which they bought. This is, I can't remember the number. I think it's a 766 is the number. Little tiny Warncliffe penknife. I just think it looks elegant. You know, it's got that black and then the silver. Classic little penknife. And I don't know, just that silver and black, you know, draws me in every time. Pretty cool. This is a Schrade cutlery knife in mint condition, and it's one of these lever openers. And so you use this little thing right here, and you turn it up, and look at that. The etching's still in place. It still has its original mirror polish on it. Look at how deep that is. Just fantastic. Really cool, you know, knife history. It's a pattern you don't see often. A lot of times these are broke or the clips are off of them. And this is in mint condition from Schrade Cutlery Company. Great find. Really cool example of an old style knife. This is the 809M. M stands for Marine, and this is what they called Marine Pearl. And so it's a celluloid material, and looks really sharp. And then on the back, you see some nice, two different designs of milling. So the divider is milled in a rope style, and then this is a different style along here. And just a fantastic. Schrade Walden could really make a nice knife. Really nice. Just a little. So here's in comparison to the peanut, and then in comparison to the penknife. Little tiny knife. Just love it. And last but not least is this rope knife. I think these are 156s. I don't remember. And it's not on there. But that's your Schrade Walden rope knife. And what was really cool I thought about this is this shield. This is the Wall Rope Company. It had been around since 1830. And they use Schrade Walden rope knives at the rope factory. And one of the uses of a rope knife to cut rope. So they're blown on here, so when you stick them in, they're not cutting the rope. They just cut when you pull on them. This knife's in great shape. Nice Coca-Cola scales. This is Coca-Cola wood. You can maybe see a little bit of the color in there. But beautiful example right here. And that's it. That's my favorite Schrade knives. Great knives to collect. It's a great company to collect. There's a lot of examples, a lot of patterns out there. And I got one more. You're like yelling at me. What about that one? So this is a Schrade 893 mini trapper. Not mini trapper. Trapper. It's a light trapper made for the NKCA. And look at that genuine stag on that. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? Look at that. Man. Just gorgeous. I almost passed by that. There it is in gold. 1 of 10,000. 1982 NKCA. I wonder if it has a pattern number on it. And it does not have a pattern number. But this is a 293. And you can see they're exactly like. The 294 is the same knife. It just is not a trapper. It has a pin blade. It's a regular jack. A serpentine jack. And what makes this a trapper is the spade blade. Right there. Same knife. But they're different patterns. And this one's really scarce. If you can find the 294, jump on it. You just don't see them that often. What a fantastic knife. This is my best Schrade, by the way, right here. And like the action, the pull on this is perfect. Look at that. You just pushed around. No halting, no grittiness. Just a really well-made knife. Great, great knife, man. So thankful to be able to pick that up. And no, I'm not going to trade it or sell it or give it away. This is one of the best knives in my collection, really. If I had the best knives in my collection, this would be one of them for sure. Great knife. All right. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.